Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today for July 19th, 2021. The man they call Meathead, the, again, road warrior, Linda Kay, with a big weekend this weekend. Linda, how are you doing?
I am doing tremendous, a little exhausted,
Yeah.
Meathead, but I had a tremendous time up in Cadott, Wisconsin.
Where's Cadott again?
It's roughly 4 hours north of Milwaukee.
Holy smokes, that's even north of Green Bay.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's near Eau Claire or Chippewa Falls area.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
But yeah, they have this annual festival called Rock Fest. And, we're both rockers here. So
We are rockers.
It was amazing. Seeing a lot of bands I love, like Rob Zombie, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Corey Taylor. I mean, that's just naming a few.
That's all my wheelhouse right there. That is absolutely my wheelhouse.
Yeah, it was 4 nights, and obviously seeing the live music was a great feeling.
Huge.
But just being back at a huge scale festival gathering, feeling good and safe as well, of course. That felt amazing. A lot of the bands mentioned it's their first show in a year and a half, and
yeah.
First major festival. I mean, it's probably that feeling that a lot of our wrestling superstars are getting as we experience.
Well, I know there's one wrestling superstar that might not be as, kind of new to getting back out of the road again. You said you saw a bunch of bands up there? Any bands that maybe I'd be into?
Yeah. There's this band called Fozzy, that was there. So I ran into, the lead singer who apparently is also.
Does he do anything else besides sing?
Yeah, he apparently is a pro wrestler as well with I think it's called All Elite Wrestling right now.
Yep, All Elite Wrestling. That's the Fanny Pack Kids Federation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but obviously we had a huge weekend of wrestling as well, and I know we're going to dig deep into that in just a minute here.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice. A little bump into Chris. Hey, real quick, let's talk sponsors before we get into a very packed episode this morning.
Yes, our sponsor, Collar and Elbow, where you can find the latest and greatest in wrestling street fashions. I was even sporting my Collar and Elbow Ouija board t-shirt and my windbreaker jacket because it was a little rainy the first day.
I saw the windbreaker one on night 1.
yeah, exactly. So if you want to sport some comfortable and hot fashions as well, like your girl Linda Kay here, make sure to go to collarandelbowbrand.com and use promo code Linda Kay. It's LINDAKAY to save yourself 10% off your order.
That's fantastic. All right. As you said, big weekend in wrestling. We don't even have time today to talk Impact Wrestling. We're going to get to that tomorrow morning, all right? Because we're not in a rush. They don't have TV again until Thursday, but we'll talk about Impact a little bit tomorrow. Let's talk about first, Friday Night Smackdown. Vince McMahon is a big fan of the Bucks, apparently, because everything is in 6. Vince McMahon comes out in the live Smackdown. When he comes out, he says the 6 most important words. Where the hell have you been? And leaves. Absolutely tremendous. I mean, obviously, you guys know we're all from the Milwaukee area. By the way, side programming note, Linda, you probably assume this. We've never made this official. There will be no Wednesday morning program. Just so you guys are very well aware. Linda, I think you know why. I know why. Everyone else knows why. We're going to be in the Deer District for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. So there will be no Wednesday morning show. But anyway, Vince McMahon with 6 words. Where the hell have you been? Your thoughts, Linda, on the WWE Universe returning to WWE television?
It looked spectacular. You could feel it even watching on your TV screen. It just having the chairman come out, kind of reminiscent to when he came out along with the whole roster at WrestleMania on the stage. But just having Vince McMahon coming out and addressing, again, just those 6 words, where the hell have you been? Just really getting everyone excited. The pop. It looks amazing to see an arena.
Pop. I love the pop.
Yeah, amazing to see an arena full of fans, and obviously that energy, feeds onto the talent and vice versa. And it was great to see because, we talk about a lot of WWE programming, at least you and I specifically, for the days we do PWR today. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, we may not have as much enthusiasm or excitement in what we may have just seen, but seeing this, seeing the crowd so in it, and just it gives you the feels, and I love it.
We're very emotional around here right now. Again, with wrestling returning, the WWE style, returning to a live audience. the Milwaukee Bucks 1 game away from their first championship in 50 years. I'm cheering up a little bit, to be honest with you. Oh, getting the shakes. We got the feels. And then to watch SmackDown, the pops for Edge, the pops for Romans, just the pops for everybody. Dude, a concession guy could have came out with popcorn from the back on stage, and he would have got the hugest pop of the night. Pun intended, by the way. We also talked about the new sets. Not really new. They look familiar to us, but you know what? They're bigger. There's more TV production. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it all. I think it looks good. I think the presentation was fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just great seeing live bodies in place of the monitors, which, obviously that looked great as a fill-in, if you will.
It worked for the time that we needed it.
Right. But having the crowd back, and it just, I don't know, it just feels like you got something back. I mean, it is true though. You are getting something back you haven't had in a long time, but wow. Right. It's like a reunion of sorts.
All right. So again, we're going to skip over Impact. We'll talk about Impact tomorrow morning, but let's talk about Money in the Bank. Some feverish text message go back and forth between the PWR Today crew talking PWR draft. There was an attempt, Linda Kay. We were thinking, maybe we should get the Usos going. They were in a pre-show match against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Unfortunately, they were unable to be picked up. Your new champions on the SmackDown side, the Usos.
Yes. Okay, I'll admit I was trying to pick up the Usos the very last minute there, but due to the rules and stipulations from the accounting firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, unfortunately, I already have 2 tag teams on my fantasy draft roster, therefore I cannot bring
the Bucks and the New Day.
Yeah, which is fine. I was thinking about it. I was almost going to pull the trigger, but then I couldn't anyway. So it's just, perhaps making, something, another type of shakeup, if you will. But all in all, it's okay. But Usos, wow. What a way to kick off Money in the Bank as well.
The first match back.
Hot. Yes.
Hot. Yeah. That crowd was very hot into it. I tweeted out, I said, well, what the hell? They lost and didn't have the damn courtesy to losing on a proper pay-per-view. I started off this pay-per-view with negative points. I was not happy.
Yeah. But all in all, we have new champions and the Usos.
All right, so let's talk about the pay-per-view proper. It started off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss. I was entertained by Alexa Bliss just standing there the whole time everybody else came in. All right, bone to pick real quick. It's now Nikki ASH. It's not even Nikki Ash anymore. Nikki ASH. They got to pick a lane and let's go on here.
And it was repeated often. She's almost a superhero. Right.
Nikki Ash, Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega looked good last night. And the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Natalya and Tamina Snuka. Very creative match. They made sure that Alexa Bliss wasn't going to be the one that won at the end of the match. They stacked about 7 ladders on top of her. Alexa, I asked for this, and I did get it once. Alexa hypnotized Zelina at the top of the ladder and walked her down the ladder with her mind. Alexa tried to start off the match by just giggling, standing in the middle of the ring and reaching for the briefcase. That could have worked if the universe hadn't come.
Yeah. Or maybe that could have been toward the end, and it could have happened that it could have unlatched into her hands. They
could have pulled a gimmick with the ring up there, right? They could have released it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that would have been great.
Yeah. But it was cool seeing that and her doing Sister Abigail, and then when they piled her...
An altered Sister Abigail. It's her own version now.
Oh, well, it made me think of the Fiend, all right? Especially when they had her piled outside the ring. I'm like, any other possible superpowers that could come into play?
Yeah.
Hoping for something with the Fiend. At least it got me a little excited, hoping for it a little bit, but that's all right. We got
winner of the match. Yeah. Nikki ASH. She is almost a superhero, but she is definitely Miss Money in the Bank.
Absolutely. And good for Nikki ASH, almost a superhero. With this new gimmick and this recent push, I should have probably seen that coming, and I'm glad. I'm happy for her. She's, been with the company a long time, working hard, and, getting this superhero gimmick over. I think, and now with the fans, they like her. Yeah, let's keep
She's
this.
a good worker. She's a very hard worker, so I like her too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Roman. Bone to pick. Roman backstage with the Usos while they're all holding belts. He goes, "No, we've got all the gold." The SmackDown Tag Team Championships are not made of gold. That looks like silver to me, sir.
Oh,
Bone to pick. That's all.
Okay.
Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. The Viking Raiders, great entrance. They look good. I mean, again, I think we're just putting a happy shine on the fact that we have the universe and we got the new stage and everything's just, we're getting it. Viking Raiders taking on AJ Styles and Omos. The move of the night. Omos threw AJ Styles on top of one of the Viking Raiders into a Hurricanrana. Holy smokes, that was amazing.
And also, I loved how I think he had Eric, or he pushed Eric, who fell onto Ivar, who had AJ Styles pinned, and
right.
the count. Like, oh, that was a cool spot right there as well. But yeah, honestly, I'm surprised. I honestly thought the Viking Raiders were going to come through with the titles last night. Omos and AJ Styles are holding on to the championships much longer than I thought, but we're getting to see a little bit more in-ring action from Omos and a little bit more chemistry shown between the two of them, and just
some good facial expressions out of Omos in the corner as well.
Yeah, they're just utilizing very unique ways to throw into the ring and obviously keep their gold. So good for them.
WWE title match: Kofi Kingston and Bobby Lashley. Not much offense out of Kofi, and you know what? We didn't think Kofi was going to win. We thought Bobby was going to win, right? But this is reminiscent of what they did with Brock Lesnar, where they just had him dominate to the point where stop the match. I mean, this guy can't go anymore. Stop the match.
Yeah.
Eventually, Kofi taps out. Your winner and still champion, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Kofi, for getting Team Longtime some points in the PWR draft. But I was hoping that we could have seen a little bit more action, more offense from Kofi Kingston, especially having the fans there to cheer him on. Little Kofi Mania hopes, or at least chance for Kofi. So I loved hearing that. I loved seeing the happiness in his face, and it was a good feel. The positivity, of course, being from the New Day. But Bobby Lashley, what a beast! Just dominated that match completely. There was nothing Kofi got in on him at all.
At the beginning. Once, twice, couple pinfalls, and that's it.
Yeah, but as far as keeping him down, there was nothing.
Right. Linda, there's been talk. I know you've heard PWR today over through the week. Matthew and I brought it up last few days that possibly tonight, Bobby Lashley's new opponent will be showing up on Raw. The former WWE champion, former WCW champion, WWE Hall of Famer, and the man that had won about 157 matches in a row without losing one in WCW. There is talk Goldberg is next for Bobby Lashley.
That's what the rumors say.
Do you want that match? Matthew and I have made our opinions clear. Do you want that match?
No. Here's the thing. The last couple of matches and feuds that has brought Goldberg back to the ring really, was really hyped up, was really promoted while getting to that match at said pay-per-view, but then the matches itself, I think, just didn't shine as much as the lead up. So right. I wouldn't want that to happen again against Bobby Lashley this time, especially, look at the dominance that Bobby Lashley has right now. I feel like he would run through Goldberg, like pretty much like how he ran through Kofi last night.
Well, he ran through Kofi because, let's be honest, as much as we love Kofi and believe in Kofi Mania, Kofi is a middleweight compared to Bobby Lashley being a heavyweight. Bill Goldberg would be a heavyweight compared to Bobby Lashley's heavyweight. However, the match wouldn't last more than 5 minutes, and it's either Bobby Lashley or Goldberg winning based on a spear here or a spear there. I really do think that Goldberg coming in would be nothing more than to elevate Lashley again, to say, hey, he went through this monster and made it through, and now he's even tougher. I'm okay with that. I just don't want to see it. I'm done. I'm okay. Let's move on. Raw women's title match. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. I was excited for this match. I really wanted to see this because these women are going at each other. I mean, just tooth and nail. They're smacking each other. They're chopping each other. Charlotte,
like slapping each other's faces hard.
right? Charlotte flipping off the crowd. Holy man! I mean, they censored it a little bit, but it's Peacock now. It's not actually WWE pay-per-view anymore. So clearly, Rhea was the face in this match, and Charlotte was the heel. But they both have a nasty streak in them. PWR fantasy draft points up on the line for Matthew Thomas and the man they call Meathead. Matthew having Rhea. I had Charlotte, the winner and new champion, Charlotte Flair, title win for the man they call Meathead.
And new.
Thank you, Howard Finkel.
Yes.
Yep. Your thoughts on the match?
I loved it. Even the matches leading up to this that they've had, they just have this chemistry and this heat between them. Like they really hate each other. And I don't think that's the case. I think they just work together so well and want to put on such a great performance that they're like, let's go all out. You smack the heck out of my face, I'll call you hurtful names. But they just work together so well. And
they're the same. I mean, they're not. I don't want to sound insensitive because I'm not being insensitive. They're just bigger women, right? They're taller. They're bigger. More muscular. They're just bigger women, and they work so well together.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the near falls and the crowd chanting for Rhea and Charlotte. It was a great match feel. I enjoyed watching every minute of it, and yeah, I this was one that I was looking forward to as well. And you're obviously very happy with the outcome of the match as well.
Yeah, very happy. This is where the buffering started. Those of you that were watching in a linear form through your cable provider probably didn't notice this. All of us watching through the Peacock app, the Peacock app was just about hard down. None of us got to see what was going on with Shinsuke, with Boogs, with Riddle. I couldn't tell what was going on. And then through all the introductions of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match to the first, I don't know how many minutes. I really don't know how much of the match I missed. And right. I don't know, if it was them. I don't know if it was their feed from, who knows? But we all know Twitter blew up. Obviously, all the websites say that Peacock, failed. But it did eventually clear itself. I don't know what they did. They had to reboot the cable box, where they're broadcasting. I don't know. That's what my cable company tells me to do. So finally, we get the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Riddle, Kevin Owens, King Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, Big E, Seth Rollins. Linda, I had Drew and who else did I have? Seth Rollins. I believe you had Big E and Kevin Owens. Matthew Thomas had Matt Riddle. We all had a high...
I used to have Big E in last year's draft.
Yeah, you did. How did that work out for you with Big E in last year's draft? Got some points, right?
Couple points here and there, yeah. And I still had him in New Day.
Well, you had to get them separate. Remember when they separated?
That's right, I did. Yeah.
So you had Big E as in one slot and New Day in the other.
Yes. Well, I just got to say, if I had him currently in the draft last night, would have scored me a lot of points.
Would have been a Money in the Bank win. However, it was not. Your winner of the match and Mr. Money in the Bank, Big E, absolutely loved it. Him standing on the top of the ladder screaming, I did it, I did it, I did it. The crowd went banana.
Right. And how he did it.
The
big ending on Seth Rollins off the ladder. But again, the best parts of these matches, especially for Money in the Bank, is the lead up to that very end where you get your winner climbing up the ladder and just the back and forth with this. And just, I had Kevin Owens in the match, but once he went through that ladder, I was like, all right, I think he's out.
Well, I knew that Drew McIntyre was out when he got pulled off to the side.
Yeah, that's right.
By all three members, by Jinder. I forget the names of the other two, but the other two guys with Jinder, they took damn Drew McIntyre out of her.
Yes, and dragged him out.
It was Veer and Shanky, by the way. I don't know why I failed on that, but Veer and Shanky, they dragged him out of there. I think that's because they beat up his scooter.
His scooter, yes. Yeah, I'm liking the Drew McIntyre Jinder Mahal feud. It's kind of nice to see him being put into another direction away from. I mean, obviously he can't face Bobby Lashley right away, even if he would have won Money in the Bank.
Right. But it doesn't mean he couldn't have won after. I mean, there's nothing saying he couldn't have won after Roman. But I think, we'll get to what Roman's got working for him towards SummerSlam. Backstage, Seth Rollins is furious, mumbling, and ranting about he was robbed and how he should have been in tonight's title match instead of the Money in the Bank, but Edge stole his spot, and he's going to come up with a new plan. He's not winning any longer. You know what? I don't care who wins, because I'm next. A little foreshadowing into our main event. Universal title match. Edge, Roman Reigns. I loved that this match started off slow. I mean, it's the big fight feel, right? Let's build towards that. Don't give me hot, at the beginning, spot. Give me slow. Give me face slapping. Give me, talking trash to each other. Work your way to it. Basically, these guys are just tearing the hell out of each other. Ref bump on Charles Robinson. So the Superman punch to Edge. Edge took out Charles Robinson's knee. Here comes the Usos. The Usos try to get into the ring. The Mysterios grab them by their legs. Thank you, Mysterios, for the pay-per-view appearance points, even though you lost your damn titles. They grab them by the legs. Both of them go out. They're gone. What a match. Really, at the end of the day, the winner of the match, and still SmackDown Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. I found it odd, and that message I sent you was, what? He's getting on the mic after. Oh, I wonder if there's somebody still to come that we can't see yet.
Yes.
Linda Kay, what did you think about John Cena? The Peacemaker is back in WWE.
Huge pop from Linda Kay in her living room last night.
Huge pop.
And that moment happened. I really wasn't expecting an opponent to come out off the bat. It wasn't in my mind, at least. It would have been a great surprise, but after Roman defeated Edge, we got spear spots, the guillotine, the submissions to the chair. Like, that was just a great build up to the finish as well. But once he was asking for the mic, I figured something fishy was happening there, and I figured, all right, SummerSlam's next. And he was basically calling out somebody, and it didn't occur to me to think Johnson at that moment. I was just so into it, thinking I was waiting for the music to hit, and I could tell it was coming. And once we heard Cena's music hit, woo!
Yeah. You know what? Again, I'm indifferent on Cena. I mean, let me take it back. I'm not indifferent. I'm happy that he's back. But I didn't just pop for him. I popped for the pop. That's what I've missed for the year and a half. I missed that, which we're going to get on Tuesday, when the Bucks, even John Cena was hot for the Bucks in 6. Did you see he came out and he did that hand gesture? He said Bucks in 6. Did you see that?
Ironically, I did that at the same time as him as well. Bucks in 6.
Well, there was a guy in the hard camera shot too. Whose jersey was he wearing? Because that jersey's not our current jersey, but there was a huge Bucks jersey right in the background.
I'll have to watch back, but I'm somehow envisioning.
I think it was Jeff T. Honestly, it was like Bucks 3. I'll have to see. But Bucks in 6. Again, folks, as a reminder, there will be no Wednesday morning show because Deer District's going to be, seriously, we're going to burn it down like Seth Rollins on Tuesday night.
Ooh. Just metaphorically burn it down.
Metaphorically, of course. Our good friend Matthew Thomas, our Matthew Thomas to watch in 2021, asked me, so if you say that it's your first win, is Milwaukee going to riot? I said, define riot. He goes, you going to be setting cars on fire? I said, I couldn't tell you. I haven't been alive in the city since we've won something. So I don't know what they're going to do. Let's be completely clear. As far as pro franchises, we have 2. The Green Bay Packers are unofficially ours as well. But I've been alive for 2 Packers Super Bowl championships. We didn't tear it down in Milwaukee because Milwaukee's not a Green Bay home. It is and it isn't, right? When the Bucks won the championship in 71, they won it in Boston. When the Braves won the World Series in 57, they won it in New York. Tuesday, we have the opportunity to win a world championship in the city.
I would hope there wouldn't be rioting, as the few times I've been to the Deer District during this.
There's been nothing but love, which has been amazing.
Right. It really has been. Obviously security has been amped up, but what you see on TV is what you feel when you're down in the Deer District as well. Just that feeling of euphoria, of love and happiness, and everyone honestly come together. I know it sounds pretty cliche, but honestly, that is that feeling. And you talk to others around there, we all feel the same. And even the news stories are just asking random, fans their thoughts, and that's a lot of things that have come out of the mouths of everyone, including the businesses nearby. And I just hope, number one, I'm super excited. I know we're going to be down there. And
I know you're down there. I'm going to be down there. I've got
Yeah.
people from my area coming down. I know people from the Dallas area hopefully are making their way
I
there.
think a familiar friend of ours.
Yeah.
is, being
I know a friend of
Yeah.
ours as well. I think from the Phoenix area is actually in the Milwaukee area as well. I know he's been up for a couple days, so hopefully we'll find him somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm trying to talk to a friend from Denver, see if he can make it. He said he can't find a flight.
The one that just had the All-Star game in his neck of the woods, right?
Yeah, that guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so obviously a lot of excitement in Milwaukee, and with everybody watching around the world. Let's do this, Milwaukee. We got this. Bucks and 6, baby. Woo!
That's right. Cena's a big fan. He already said last night, Bucks and 6.
Yep.
Linda, what an amazing night. Again, I popped for the pops over and over, and I'm hoping to be there Tuesday night when we get the biggest pop in I might cry. We'll have to see.
Oh, I will be. Definitely.
All I'll have left is a Brewers World Series, and you can take me now, Lord. I'm ready. All right. That has been PWR Today for Monday, July 19th, 2021. We will be back tomorrow morning. We still got Impact to talk about. We got Raw for tonight to talk about. Again, there's talk that a certain WCW/WWE Hall of Famer is going to be showing up. We'll be talking all about it tomorrow. So for Linda Kay, I'm the man they call Meathead. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.